got your message.
Well, here we are. Okay. My own place.
Oh, my God!
Well, at least it will be. Rosa's husband, Hector, said I could take the place if I could come up with a security deposit and first month's rent right away. He's got other folks that want it. So Chris is on his way with money, and Nora said I could put off the research till tomorrow. So, what do you think?
I think it has real potential.
Well, it needs a little bit of work, but I can handle it.
One question. Where do you sleep?
In luxury. A little flip of the wrist.
Help me out here. With each slip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Grab that side. Lock it.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Not so bad. Wait, I haven't checked it out, though. It's not so bad. Check it out.
Yeah? Well, it'll be better with sheets.
Well, the true test is when you're lying on your back.
Oh, Billy.
You tell me.
Seems all right to me.
Some first date.
We should go out.
So you want to stay in?
I do. But
But what?
are you sure you don't want to go out?
I'm positive.
I've got an idea.
What? Wait, no, where are you going?
To do something that'll make tonight perfect.
I know what you're trying to pull here, partner. It's not going to work. You have to go to bed at a decent hour like your sister, okay? Am I getting through to you? You hear what I'm saying? Comprende? No, I guess not. Hello.
Hi, Max, it's Maggie.
Maggie, hi, what's up?
Well, I've been thinking, and I understand that you're not sure about wanting Frankie to learn sign, but you should know the alternatives. So I went to the library and I picked up some books that I think might be helpful, and if it's okay, I could just, bring them by tomorrow.
Yeah, hey, why not? Can't hurt to look, right?
Right.
Yeah. Frankie, no, Frankie, put that down!
Max? Max, what's going on? Max?
So you think you can get used to sleeping here?
Definitely.
Good. Because if I have it my way, you'll be spending a lot of time around here.
So, did you get a good deal on the place?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, with the mortgage payment to the diner and all, I'll still be cutting it close.
Yeah, but things are going pretty good at work, aren't they, since your mom's doing all the cooking?
Yeah, and who cares if I'm a little strapped for a while, you know? I mean, I've been living at home practically ever since I got out of Statesville. And even if this isn't the nicest place in town, as soon as Hector gives me the keys, the place will be all mine.
And that has definite appeal.
I was thinking maybe you and I can celebrate this evening. What do you say?
I can't think of any place else I'd rather be.
You know, sometimes I think this is all a dream. I mean, with getting the diner back, working at a law firm with someone like Nora Buchanan, getting my own place, and you. It makes me kind of nervous. You know, I'm not used to getting things going my way. It's kind of spooky. You know, I don't know if I can handle it.
That's why I'm here. To help you cope.
Tony, oh,
I am sorry.
oh, it's okay. Hey, come on in, Chris. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, how are you, Andy?
I really like this place. Is great. I like it.
Oh, isn't it great?
Yeah? Did you bring the money?
Yeah, it's right here. There you go.
Thank you, sir. How's everything at the diner? Everything cool?
Yeah, everything's real cool. There's no heat.
What?
Something's wrong with the boiler. I don't know. Mom's getting all worried because the customers are complaining now, and she's like freaking out.
Great. I'm gonna have to go down there and check things out. Look, do me a favor and take this and make sure Hector gets the money, okay?
You got it. No problem.
Oh, I wish I could go, but I gotta get back to the station.
Look, it's probably no big deal. But I'll meet you back here later.
You bet.
And bring some sheets.
Yo, how much longer am I gonna have to wait here?
As long as it takes.
Is Officer Harrison back from her dinner break yet? And she's supposed to be taking statements on Vickers' case here.
The big bad detective is probably out getting her roots done.
What was that?
I said I haven't seen her.
Do me a favor, keep an eye on Vickers. I gotta go make a call to Andy.
So, what's a cupcake like you doing in a bakery like this?
Keeping an eye on you.
Well, with that in mind, why don't you go get me a cup of coffee and watch me drink it?
Sorry, Mr. Dream Jerk, but getting coffee for sleepy kidnappers is not in my job description.
We are out of luck. This place is as bad as the yacht David locked me up on. All I could find in the fridge was a can of tuna fish.
So we'll order takeout. Where are you going now?
Back to the rectory to change. Maybe you could pick up some champagne and caviar. We definitely need caviar.
Wait a second. I thought we were just going to hang out here or rent a movie or something.
No, I know, but...
And you don't even like caviar. As far as changing goes, I told you before, you look great.
This is our first date. I want to be in something a little bit more glamorous and sophisticated. Something you'll remember.
Oh, trust me, I'll remember. Kelly, are you afraid to be alone with me? Is that what this is? Now, listen, I know you used to beg me to take your virginity all the time, but it's not like I'm going to hold you to that. It doesn't work like that. We're not going to do anything that we're not ready to do.
That is totally not it. I just thought we could celebrate my big release from captivity. And this new thing between us with a little romance. And there's nothing romantic about tuna fish.
I don't care about all that.
Oh, please. How could you be so nuts about Dorian and not care about glamour and sophistication and romance? I heard all about the tiramisus and the tangos.
Okay, I'm not with Dorian. I'm with you. That's all I care about. I'm not one of your fantasy lovers. I'm not David Vickers or that Duke from Paris. I'm real. So are you. We're just plain old Kelly and Joey. You know, just because our feelings for one another have changed, it doesn't make us different people all of a sudden. I like you. I like you exactly the way you are right now. I wouldn't change that for anything.
You sure about that? Kelly, thank God you're here. We were so worried. Something happened that I don't know about?
So you tell us. We were over at the rectory. We got a call from the police.
They want you to come down to the station, talk to them about the kidnapping?
Well, they don't waste any time.
Kelly,
do they?
what kidnapping are they talking about?
I was so worried about you when you dropped the phone. Is Frankie all right?
Yeah, he's fine. His old man almost had a stroke.
Well, where is he?
Oh, Heather took him upstairs to sleep.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm guessing the maid forgot to put the safety plug back in the outlet, and he was over there playing by it, and he went to stick something in it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't get to him at first, so I yelled at him, but he couldn't hear. I wasn't able to save him.
Well, thank God you were there. You got there in time.
Well, it was almost a nightmare. I mean, he could have died, and I wouldn't have been able to save him.
Max, you did save him.
Yeah, this time. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like he's got this invisible glass wall around him, and I can't break through it. I can't reach him. My son needs my help, and I can't give it to him. How am I supposed to live like that?
I'm very sorry about the heat, Mr. Rodriguez, but we'll have the boiler fixed very soon. How about a nice cup of hot soup to warm you up in the meantime? On the house, huh?
No. I'm sorry.
Mr. Rodriguez, wait. It's the busiest night of the week. We can't afford to have our customers just walking out.
Don't worry about it, okay? Look, I'll go downstairs. I'll see what's wrong with the boiler, and if I can't, then we'll send for Mr. Gomez.
Aye, but he's so expensive.
You can't charge us that much just to look at it. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'll handle it.
You always make me feel better. How did you know about the boiler anyway?
Christian told me when we stopped by.
Oh, I almost forgot about your apartment. How is it? How does it look?
Well, it's not mine yet, but I think it's gonna look great.
Of course, I know it will.
Are you okay with me moving out?
My honey, you're a grown man. Now, you need your own space. You don't need your mommy looking over your shoulder. Just make sure you can still find your way home to take me to church and to have the occasional dinner, okay?
Tonio is so lucky. I mean, just imagine finally having your own place. Nobody getting on your case, you know, telling you when to get up, when to go to bed.
When to get off the phone.
Right. I mean, you know, maybe someday me and you can get a place like this for ourselves, together.
I'd love that.
Yeah, and we could fix it up any way we wanted to. We could paint it any color we wanted to, anything.
And we wouldn't need a lot of furniture. I mean, maybe a sofa and a couple chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And we put all your paintings over each wall.
And right here we could put it, like, get one of those, you know, old antique roll-top desks, you know, for your writing and stuff. It'd be perfect.
That'd be awesome. I'd write and you'd draw. Then we could spend more time with our kids, you know?
Kids.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I meant in the way future.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's well, you know, that sounds good to me. You know, I always thought you'd make a great mom. And I always wanted a big family, too, so.
Yeah. And we'd be awesome parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we'd share everything. The cooking, the cleaning, everything. Right. And we'd never, ever, ever fight.
Never, ever.
And then, after we tuck our kids into bed, we could just sit and talk for hours.
And then we can go to bed. Together.
And wake up together.
Every night and every day for the rest of our lives.
Well, all right now. That's what I'm talking about. I like it.
Wait, don't you bums have anything better to do than just spy on me and my girlfriend?
Nah, man, we were down at the diner. We saw Tony. He told us about his new crib. We figured we'd come check it out.
Do you know if you got the boiler going yet?
No, man, it's like a deep freeze in that diner. And your mom, she's bugging out, man, giving away free soup so everybody won't leave, you know?
Oh, no, it sounds like she needs some help.
Well, no, because I told Tony that I waited for Hector here, so...
Well, I'll go down there by myself.
No, you don't have to do that.
But I want to help, okay?
All right, I guess I'll just, see you later.
Okay, see you later.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Be safe. So what's up, lover boy? You getting a lot of what?
It's a little complicated to explain, but the main thing is that Kelly is safe.
Safe from what? Safe from what?
From that sleaze David Vickers. He's the one who kidnapped me, so he could put the squeeze on Aunt Dorian again. Only instead of paying the ransom, she had him arrested.
I don't believe this. Do you believe this?
Kelly, are you all right? Did he hurt you? No, not physically. He nearly broke my spirit, though. He chained me up on a boat. I almost died from boredom.
Boredom? You weren't scared.
Only when the fire started, and I knew I could never get the handcuffs off in time.
Fire, handcuffs,
Yes.
what?
And I would have turned into a crispy critter if Joey hadn't shown up in time to save me.
All right. Look. Just give us the whole saga from the beginning on the way down to the police
I
station,
think that's a good idea.
All right.
Come on.
Go. Don't you worry. If what you say is true, we're going to make sure that David Vickers get everything he deserves.
I'm going to need a statement from Dorian Lord.
She's out of the country at sea and can't be reached.
Great timing. Well, look who's back.
Getting to be a regular around the LPD.
You wish.
Make it easy on yourself, David. I'm going to need a statement, a complete statement about the kidnapping of Kelly Kramer, starting from how you first approached the victim.
Let's get something straight right here at the beginning. Kelly Kramer is not the victim here. I am.
Everything okay?
Yeah, he's fine. They're both asleep. Listen, I'm sorry about earlier going off about Frankie like that. I must have sounded like some self-pitying jerk.
Not at all.
It's just every now and then it hits me like a ton of bricks that he can't hear. Now or ever.
Well, it would be hard for anyone to accept that. And as far as tonight goes, I mean, parents worry about protecting their children, especially toddlers like Frankie. That's the time they get in the most trouble. And then when you add to it that the child is deaf, it just seems to magnify all the problems by 10.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah, you can. I know you can. Look, my father came up against that same invisible glass wall, and instead of trying to break through it, he just gave up. You are so much stronger than he was, Max. I mean, my God, you've already accepted the fact that your son is deaf. That's something my father could never do.
I don't know that that makes me stronger.
Look, listen to me. It's going to take time and a lot of hard work, but you can learn to communicate with your son, emergency or not. And you know, I bet even someday you'll be able to celebrate what makes Frankie so special.
I doubt that. Sure, I'll be able to read the books and learn the signs and symbols and celebrate. That's something maybe Luna could do if she were here. But not me and not alone.
Will you open your eyes, you big dope? You're not alone.
You gotta face facts. That boiler's had it, that it has to be replaced.
Yes, Neil.
I could patch it up temporarily, but with parts and labor, it would be $900.
Oh, there's no way. I'm just gonna have to fix it myself.
But, Tonio, you...
Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Gomez.
Good luck, Tonio.
Thank you so much for coming.
Anytime.
Thanks again.
You bet.
Hi. Shouldn't we at least try to come up with the money?
We don't have it, Mom. Not now, anyway. I mean, with the mortgage for the diner and now my apartment,
But what if you can't fix it yourself? Maybe I should try to get an advance from Mrs. Lord.
No. Look, we can't look for help from the first sign of trouble. Okay, I said I would handle it. And I will.
This is not about what I did to Kelly Kramer. It's about what she did to me. I am the victim.
Okay, fine. If that's true, then explain to me how, well, according to Dorian Lord's initial phone call to the police, that a man, well, you, already under indictment for fraud, can hold a young woman prisoner on a stolen yacht, then hit her rich aunt up for $1.3 million and still come out a victim.
Okay. There is your criminal, Detective Harrison. That little nymphette knocked me unconscious, and she left me for dead, bleeding in a snowy ravine in the middle of the woods.
Is it true, Kelly? Did you try to kill David Vickers?
That's right. Keep filling their cups. Anything to keep them from freezing.
It seems a little warm in here, though.
Oh, honey, that's only because you're moving so fast. If anything, it's colder. I'm going to take this hot cup of coffee down to Tonio in the basement. Just keep offering them anything from the menu that can keep them warm. Soup, hot, cocoa, anything.
Okay.
Anything you can think of. That should keep them in, okay?
Wow, look who's here.
Hey, Jessica, what's up? Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Slumming, what else?
We just came from the game at the gym, which we lost, so we thought we'd come here and get something to eat.
Wait, I'm about to turn into a human popsicle. It's like the Arctic freeze in here.
I know, the boiler broke.
I told you we should have gone to the club.
No, wait, don't go. Listen, if you stay, I can give you all the hot chocolate you want on the house.
Don't tell me. You're actually serving customers? Jessica Buchanan, working for the Vegas. What, did they, like, adopt you and make you their little muchacha or something?
Cut it out, Lorna.
Does this mean you're an honorary Puerto Rican now? I'll bet they even make you speak Spanish when you're alone with them. Buenos dias, Señora Vega. ¿Cómo está?
Lorna, I said cut it out. I'm sick and tired of you making fun of Christian and his family.
Get a grip, Jess. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Come on. We're still amigos, see?
No, Lorna, we're not friends.
Sorry, okay?
Yeah, well, if you're really sorry, you'd apologize to Christian for every nasty thing you said to his face and behind his back. But until then, you can just forget about us and be friends.
Oh, girl. You really got it bad for this guy, don't you?
Come on, man. You can tell us. You doing it with the little rich girl or what?
Eddie, shut up.
Oh, I don't know. Boy, sounds a little frustrated. He sound a little frustrated to you, Eddie? Yeah, man, what? Miss Goody Two-Shoes don't do it?
Pigs. My two best friends are pigs.
Oink, baby.
So first of all, you guys do not have a clue as to what's going on with me and Jessica, all right?
Oh, come on. I know all about that relationship stuff, man.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Your idea of a relationship is having a second date.
No. That's not true, bro. That's not true. I had a girlfriend once, you know, but she just liked to talk, man. She talked about where we were at, talked about everything. Too much talk and no action. You know what I'm saying? Is that what it's like with you and Jess or what?
You guys just don't get it. Look, when you're with someone you care about, I mean, somebody you really care about, I mean, it's cool just being with them, just sharing stuff. Doesn't matter what you do. Come on. You're telling me if Jessica walked in here, ripped all her clothes off, and went, "Oh, take me, Christy, take me," you wouldn't do it right here?
Absolutely not. Yeah, right. I'm not saying that, all right? I'm just saying that, you know, what we have now, it's good for now.
Whatever you say, bro.
Careful what you say, Kelly. You might need a lawyer.
That's a good idea. Attempted murder is a pretty serious charge.
Oh, shut up, David.
Well, what would you call it, Joey, if somebody hit you over the head with a George Washington lamp and then they dragged your lifeless body into the woods for the dogs to eat? You want proof? Look at this. The bump that you just witnessed is probably what caused my irrational behavior.
Oh, you're not going to buy this, are you, Andy?
You know, I'm still a little fuzzy about the events that led up to me getting arrested in that hotel room with Dorian Lord. I think it's perhaps temporary amnesia from that vicious attack.
That's because you deserved it, you creep. If you hadn't tried to rape me, then I wouldn't have had to hit you, would I, in the first place?
Rape? Kelly, would you give me a break? You came willingly to the Cherry Tree Motel, and if I remember correctly, it was all your idea.
It was not my idea.
Oh, come on, Kelly. Admit it. You're a homicidal maniac. You're certifiable, just like your mother. You know, insanity does run in their family.
All right, this is enough. Look, will you keep an eye on Vickers? I'm going to go find an empty interrogation room.
Andy, what's really going on here?
Be in around 7?
Depends.
Can we talk about this, Andy?
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. What if he's right? What if they want to put me away just like my mother?
Hey, it's not gonna happen, all right?
Joey.
Just stay calm, and don't say anything unless you absolutely have to.
I can barely talk as it is. My mouth is so dry.
You want me to go get your soda or something?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, just stay calm.
Oh, my God. What is it? My contact lens, it popped out. Nobody move.
What kind of game are you playing here, Vickers?
Have you no compassion for the visually impaired?
And then would you care to assist us?
Are you crazy? I don't get down on that nasty floor for that creep.
Okay, the way I see it, neither one of us wants to go to jail, right?
Get away from me right now.
Don't listen to me, okay? With Dorian out of the picture, it's your word against mine. So here's the deal. You don't testify against me, and I won't testify against you. That's the deal. Now, do we have one or not? So what do you say, Kelly?
Hey, no talking to the witness.
Oh, I found it. It was in my eye the whole time.
All right, I've got an empty room. Let's go, Kelly.
Wait. I don't exactly have a statement to give.
Excuse me?
Well, I can't testify about the kidnapping because it wasn't one. It was more like a game. A practical joke on Aunt Dorian.
Are you saying that David never threatened you?
No. Not really. David would never hurt me.
Did you or did you not hit him over the head with a George Washington lamp?
Oh, no, she didn't. It was actually more of an accident, really.
That's not what you said 10 minutes ago.
I was confused then, but I'm not anymore. Can I go now?
Not so fast. One thing is still very clear, and that's that you tried to extort money from Dorian Lord. Not to mention a yacht that you borrowed and nearly burned up.
Hey, I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with the fire.
Just the same, I can't let you go until I have a statement from Dorian Lord.
She's out of the country.
Yes, and we don't know when she'll be back. That cruise she's on could last several months.
In that case, I guess we'll have the DA take care of it first thing in the morning.
What about tonight?
We'll have somebody clean up your old cell for you there.
No,
Come on, let's go.
Kelly, what happened? Why did you back down like that?
Look, I will explain it all later.
No, Kelly, why don't you explain it now, all of it?
Yeah, starting with what you were doing at the Cherry Tree Motel with David Vickers.
You guys, look. I'm totally wiped out. Just give me a break, okay? I just want to go home.
That's fine, but where exactly do you consider your home to be these days?
Your call, Kelly.
you still live at the rectory.
Fine. Then let's go.
Call you later. Hey, honey. Hey, look, it looks like tonight's a bust.
You're kidding.
No, there's no way I could leave here. I'm afraid the pipes are gonna freeze over if I don't keep the boiler running all night long.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, I wish. Anyways, thanks.
Maybe I could come by and keep you company.
No sense in, you ruining your night too, you know? Look, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? All right.
Who says it's ruined?
Hey. Well, big brother, the deal is done.
Oh, you gave Hector the money?
Yep, it's all yours.
Great.
Hey, Jess. What's up?
Chris, Lorna has something she wants to say to you.
Yeah, I bet.
Lorna?
All right. I guess I've said some pretty rotten things to you in the past.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? Really.
Apology accepted. Well, it's closing time. We gotta go. You ready?
Yeah, just let me tell your mom that I'm leaving.
Okay.
I gotta admit, he is pretty cute.
I know that this is difficult because no one can ever replace Luna, but you have to know that there are so many people who care about you and who want to help. You're Tina and Cord and Renee and Andrew and Cassie, just to name a few.
Yeah, I know.
And you'll have all the latest research at your fingertips whenever you need it. And you have me. Look, I'm going to tell you something at the risk of you throwing me out, but you need to know this. I've decided that it's time to make a commitment. As much of a commitment as I can make, that is. There's a short-term job at Atlanta University teaching special ed. I was approached. I applied.
Oh, that's great.
Right. And if I get the job, that means that I'll be around, and then I can help you. And Frankie. I could work with him one-on-one if you want. And I can introduce you to people that have been where you are. Only if you're interested.
Of course, I'm interested, but I can't ask you to rearrange your life to help me.
No, you don't understand. I want to do this.
You know, for the longest time, I thought you were just some pushy, obnoxious, aggressive broad that couldn't keep her nose out of my business.
Is there a but now here?
Yeah. Now I see how serious you really are about this mission from God.
Well, you just didn't know me very well.
I do now. In fact, it's like I'm seeing you for the first time.
Right. Oh, doesn't Sir Punch a lot? You know, I really thought that you and your little damsel in distress would be running off into the sunset right about now.
Oh, I wouldn't leave without giving you something to remember us by, David.
You're not gonna hit me in the nose, are you?
I'm not gonna hit you in the nose.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not.
Oh! Ow!
Not in the nose. That was for Kelly.
Not gonna do anything?
like you in my clothes.
Yeah, my hair looks like a
Pretty.
rat.
Very pretty. I like it that way.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I still don't understand why you decided not to bring charges against David.
Well, I'm completely bored with the entire affair, really, and I think it's time that I move on to a new, more mature phase in my life. Don't you?
Oh, definitely. Still, it's pretty amazing the way that Joey came to your rescue on that burning boat the way that he did, you know, risking his life to save yours.
Yeah. He was pretty awesome.
He must really like you.
Now, look, saving damsels in distress is like second nature to Sir Joey, okay? It was not a big deal. He would have done it for anyone.
Oh, well, I know that Joey's a good guy, but do you really think he would have done what he did today for just anyone?
All right, so maybe you're right. I mean, he did say that he kind of likes me.
That's great. What's wrong?
Well, he's like my best friend.
Well, Kelly, that's a really good place to start.
Oh, I know, and we said that we would take it slow, you know, so that we could get used to it and stuff. But I'm scared. I never had anyone or someone to really care for me, care about me. I don't really know how to deal with it.
Just enjoy it. You deserve to be happy.
Somos novios, pues los dos sentimos un mutuo amor profundo. Y con eso
What's all this?
In case you didn't notice, it's going to take a lot more than a broken boiler to get rid of me.
nos besamos como novios.
Well, I'm glad that it's clear, you know, and that you understand there isn't anything I wouldn't do for Frankie.
It's clear, but there is something else going on here, isn't there?
What are you talking about?
9 months ago, my life got turned upside down. Ever since that point, nothing has made any sense until now. It's like the fog is finally lifting.
Lifting?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you really were sent here by God, I don't think it was to just help Frankie.
You don't?
Maybe God sent you to help me, too.